Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? Welcome to another beginner series lesson. This video lesson today is actually based on some feedback that I've gotten, and I've gotten a lot of questions not just from viewers but from my current students that I thought would be a good issue to address is just coordination problems, getting your limbs to follow directions as far as getting them to work. Because in the beginning, a lot of these basic grooves that maybe many intermediate and advanced players take for granted, at one point, when you first started playing, were probably really difficult to play coordination-wise. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what your natural coordination is like to begin with, when you first get into playing drum set, the idea of having one hand doing one thing, your left hand doing something else, and then your right foot doing something else, and then you add in the left foot, it can be a bit of a daunting task. So what I want to do is just a really relatively quick video on just some basic tips to kind of get up and running. This is definitely for the beginner who is just starting out, who might be having some difficulty getting their limbs to cooperate. Okay, so all right. So what I want to do is we're going to take I'm going to take a basic groove. Okay, that's actually in the Money Beats video, but I'm going to take a basic groove and I'm going to dissect just how, if you're struggling to just kind of do it and get it going yourself, I'm going to kind of dissect a good way to break it down and learn it. Okay, so what I want to do first is just play you the basic groove we're going to be talking about, and then we'll start to dissect this little process that I have for you. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, so let's say that's one of the grooves that you're trying to learn. Okay, and let's say you're just not able to do it. Okay, you're struggling to figure out where the bass drum falls and how to get your bass drum and hands to lock in and all that. Okay, so the first thing that I would do is I would figure out what counts the bass drum is on. Okay, and I would start with the bass drum. Okay, so and at least with this groove, okay, the bass drum is on count 1, the and of 2, and the and of 3. Okay, which means your bass drum is going to be doing this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay. And so the first step is identifying the counts that the bass drum's on, and then from there I would count out loud or count to yourself and play just the bass drum. Okay, and I'm going to do that for you right now. Okay, let's try it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 four, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 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 and okay, so that's what I would start off with. Now, if just doing that is difficult for you, well, then that tells you right now that just trying to do it all, putting all the pieces together at once is not a good idea. Okay? So that's what I would do. And I would go as slow as you need to go. Okay? Go slow. All right? Just make sure you don't go too fast, because another common issue I see a lot with beginners is they're practicing way too fast. Way too fast. Okay? So slow it down and count. So once you can do that, Okay, and that feels really easy for you. Okay, the next step is add your hi-hat. Okay, and again, your hi-hat's playing straight eighth notes. Okay, so let's add that over top and see if we can put those two pieces together. All right, let's try it. Okay, so that's the next step. So I would, again, go slow, count, and make sure you can do those two pieces together. And your goal is it should feel effortless. Okay? So, you know, each of these various pieces might take longer than another to get it to that point. Okay? But yeah, you want to do each of these various parts until it feels just, again, effortless. Okay? So once you can do that and that feels really good, well, let's add in the last step. And that last step is to add your backbeat on 2 and 4. Okay? And really, by the time you get to this last step, I think, you know, most of the muscle memory will probably have kicked in, and you should be good to go. Okay, so let's add that 2 and 4 into the beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All right, there you go, guys. I hope that helped. Okay. Again, you know, you're trying to slow down in general. Okay, so make sure you're not going too fast, and you're essentially just breaking the groove into smaller pieces and working on those smaller pieces individually before building the groove back up and putting all the pieces back together again. Okay, so I hope that helps you. And again, you know, be patient, count, take it slow, okay? You know, make sure you know what counts the bass drum is on. And again, just spend as much time on each individual piece as you can, and I promise you, if you do all these things, you should really be able to learn any beat that you're trying to master, okay? So I hope this helps, and good luck to you guys, and we'll see you guys soon. All right, take care.